Your local store, and we're going to check it out at Holidays Market now, where there's a man who knows a lot about seafood. John Cleary is waiting for us. Hi, John.
Hi, how are you today?
Pretty good. What's on the menu?
Well, we have a couple of Charlie tunas to join us on television today, but these aren't sorry Charlies. These are definitely tunas that taste good. The two tunas that we have is an albacore tuna on my right, and on the left here is a yellowfin tuna. Even though they're both from the tuna family, the difference between them is very, very significant, and this is what we're going to talk about today. On first hand, the albacore tuna comes about once a year. It's caught off the Oregon coast. Currently, they're catching them at 350, 400 miles off the coast. This is bad news because they're so far away that they're not able to deliver the fish fresh to the processor. Therefore, they're freezing them right on board right as they catch them. The tunas that we get are 7 to 10 days old, and the quality has been very, very good. Another point for consumers that are asking a lot right now, the fish that the albacores that we're buying are hook and line, and they're also dolphin safe. Albacore tuna has a high concentration of natural oil contents. Their natural oil content is about 8% of their body weight, which is very, very high. On the loin that I have here, you notice that there's a dark fat line, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I like to trim it out because it tends to be just a little bit bitter. I cut that out before I cook it. Albacore tuna has calories, about 175 calories per 3.5 ounces. Albacore tuna is excellent on the grill, as we discussed last month. If you don't want to go outside and do any grilling, it's also very, very good broiled. Another part of the albacore business that is growing and is very, very big is the custom home canning. A lot of people buy the whole fish, can them at home, or have them custom canned for their own personal use. Albacore tuna, whole fish, $1.50 to $2 a pound for the whole fish, $3 to $5 a pound for steak or fillet. On the other hand, we have a yellowfin tuna, which, as you can tell, is much, much different from the albacore. This comes from Hawaii and the Gulf Coast. This is much, much larger fish. You see this one loin is almost as big as this albacore itself. It also is hook and line and dolphin safe. The difference between these two fish is this one has about a 1% concentration of natural oil, which is very, very low, tends to have very little fish flavor, and is very similar to steak or red meat that you might buy at the store. This one lower in calories, about 110 calories per 3.5 ounces. Cost on this one is between $8 and $12 a pound, depending upon the quality of the fish that you're buying. Just in this morning, Columbia River sturgeon has just available. It's an incidental catch on the Columbia River. This should be available for the next 3 to 4 weeks. But still, you're going to have to look very hard to find it because there just are not catching that many fish. Because of this, tends to be very, very expensive in the $8 to $10 a pound range. Excellent grilling fish because of the high natural oils, and also a good smoking fish. So for the albacore tuna and yellowfin tunas, these are tunas that definitely are tasting good.
I don't know if I've ever seen tuna out of a can there, John. It looks good.
Well, a little different process, and I think a little bit higher quality fish than the canned salmon or canned tunas that you get.
Absolutely. Thanks, John.
You're welcome.